And we're live. Welcome to Daily Confidence for Entrepreneurs. My name is Mustafa Hussaini, your host for the show. At Daily Confidence, we share tips, strategies, and actionable advice that you could use to boost your confidence when it comes to running your business on a daily basis. Now, after the show and during the show, we usually do a draw. We give away gifts, and for you to qualify and enter the draw, if you like the show, if you subscribe, comment, ask questions during or after the show, if you tag a friend who could benefit from the conversation that we're having. What else could you do? You could follow, subscribe on any channel, then you would enter your name into the draw to win the gifts. Now, another announcement is that the confidence giveaway is coming up, and the theme of our giveaway is to help entrepreneurs boost their confidence in different areas of business. And Ellen, my friend, our today's guest, is going to be one of the contributors. We got 7 categories of gifts that we give away to entrepreneurs, starting with mindset, which is the most important one. Then we got sales and marketing. We got business strategy, finances, funnels and technology, and we got 1 or 2 other categories as well. So if you're interested in hanging out with us, hanging out with us, a list of amazing heart-centered entrepreneurs from around the world, then feel free to check out the details here. We still have a few spots for contributors, as this is coming up during the week of May 31st to June 6th. And you still have time to join us, grow your list in your community, and hang out with people from around the world. All right, so the details are, and if you're listening, the link is dailyconfidence.show/join to join us as a contributor. Now, my guest today is Ellen Finkelstein. Welcome, Ellen.
Hi, thanks for having me, Mustafa.
Great to have you. And today we're talking about 5 ways to multiply your business with partnering, right? And I know a lot of people have questions about that. How do I partner? How do I find a partner? Now, she's not only going to give you just 1, she'll give you 5 ways to grow your business and multiply your business through partnering. Now, let me do the proper introduction for Ellen, and we're going to dive right into some very interesting conversation. So, Ellen Finkelstein teaches experts who want to get their knowledge out to the world how to reach more people with profitable online information, products, and courses. With over 20 years online, Ellen has created websites with high search engine rankings and over 300,000 visitors per month. Did I get that right, Ellen? 300,000?
Yeah, one of my sites.
300,000 visitors per month. That's major. Over 22,000 subscribers and many followers on social media. She's also an author, published with major publishers such as McGraw-Hill and Wiley Sons, with books ranking up to 1,200 pages. Whoa.
That one on the top.
There you go. She uses her experience to help others turn their knowledge into online products so they can transform others. Welcome, Ellen.
Thank you.
Great to see you again. How are things?
Things are going really well.
Good for you.
And I'm really excited about trying to help people figure out how to partner, because I think that when people are just starting out, especially if they lack confidence, they feel uncomfortable not only promoting their own things, but asking other people to promote for them. Like, am I going to have somebody to promote for me? And it's just so crucial. You can't do it all on your own. If you have one product, after a while, you promote to your people, and then whoever buys, whoever doesn't, and then you're done. You know, you have to find other people to promote you as well.
Beautiful. So gang, if you're watching or listening to this live, if you have questions about ways to multiply your business with partnering and finding partners, pop them in a comment or in the chat box, and we'll do our best to answer your questions as we go. So, Ellen, what is your story? Where do you come from? How did you get into what you're doing these days?
Well, literally, I come from New York City. Some of you might still recognize I have a little bit of an accent. There's a saying, you can take the girl out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the girl. But anyway,
nice.
So when my kids were little and I needed to work at home, And I started doing first some technical editing, and then that eventually morphed into writing books. And so the one that you see on the top I was pointing to was what it kind of ended up to, which was ended up being a 1,200-page book for Wiley and Sons. It's called AutoCAD Bible. I don't do it anymore, but it went to 17 editions in 14 languages and all that kind of stuff. And then I started writing books on PowerPoint. And that ended up being an area that I really specialized in. PowerPoint, which worked into speaking, and then I had my own website and my own online business. I started teaching people how to turn their own knowledge into an online business, and that I do at changetheworldmarketing.com. So that's kind of how it morphed.
Fantastic. So what do you do these days, and who do you serve?
I serve experts, and experts are people who have knowledge, some expertise, some knowledge, some skill that they can teach others. So to give you an idea of who that isn't, for example, if you are a healer with some special technique that you feel only you have, you can't teach, you're not there to teach other people how to do it. You're not going to give a class in that. You want to serve. It's a service business based on your own special whatever ability, I guess. But if you have knowledge that you can teach others, help others with, and convey it, whether you do it through speaking or writing or whatever it is, you can create products and courses. That's who I serve. And so there are people who do a service-based business. Maybe they are health practitioners, but there's so much knowledge that they have to help other people, let's say, be more healthy, that they want to get out. And so they can create products and courses, and they can do it, use it in a few ways. So either they want to transition to that, they don't want to do one-on-one anymore, they want to serve more people and make more money, or they want it to be a supplement to what they're doing, or they want it to kind of be like a funnel to lead up to some of their higher end courses. So however you gained your knowledge, whether it's in the corporate world or as a consultant or a practitioner, however you gained it, you can take that and create products and courses and reach more people, make more money, and help more people. So that's what I help them do and who I help.
Fantastic. What is your definition of partnering? What do you mean by partnering?
Well, partnering means you don't do it by yourself, obviously. And that's a really important thing, as I mentioned earlier, that you can't really grow your business significantly on your own. So I've come up with, and these are not the only ways, but 5 ways that I think almost anybody can partner. And, they're just all very different things. And so can I just go through the 5 and then we can go into them as we go on?
Let me ask a couple of clarifying questions, and we're going to get into that. Why do we need to find partners? Like, why can I just not do it on my own?
So as I mentioned, if you have a product if you have a product and an audience, after a certain number of people in your audience buy your product, you email them and you tell them about it, then, maybe a few people later will buy from you. But after a while, the people who are going to buy. Now, you have 2 alternatives. You can keep on creating new products. And that just gets a little crazy to create new products over and over and again. And there are some people who do that, but it's pretty hard. But you can do a little bit of that, but you can also make your audience bigger. So either you need to have more content or more people to promote your content to. And when you partner with other people, they bring you a new audience. So I tell my people about Mustafa's product or your marketing course or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you have my audience to promote to, and so you can sell to more people.
Right. So you tap into other people's resources and
to their audience, their subscribers specifically, right?
Absolutely. So when are people ready to partner? When is a good time to say, you know what, I need to go find partners?
As soon as you have your free offer. So when you have your free offer and you have that whole system set up, so you have an opt-in page and a thank you page and autoresponders and a delivery page, it's all kind of set up there. Even before you have anything to sell, it'd be nice if you had something to sell, but even before that, you can partner. And this is called a Freebie Swap. And so you can do this with very few people on your list. And you can start with, other people who have a few people on their list, and you promote that person and they promote you. Usually it's a swap kind of thing. And you find people who serve the same audience as you, and you say, and you get on a meeting with them, on a Zoom meeting, and you say, I really love your freebie. This is my freebie. Could I promote your freebie? And would you be willing to promote mine back? Here it is. And let's look at it and see if it's a thing that we can do. And you just have to develop these relationships continually. I think that's something that people don't realize, is that you have to be building relationships with people all the time. But very, very soon you can start.
Fantastic. So as soon as you have your freebie, and that's something I think you need to create, that's something that I guess provides value to your audience. Here is maybe a download, a checklist, a book, a training, a webinar, something of value that people would want to opt in to get access to. And then you do I like the fact that you said we cross promote, we do a swap. I promote you, you promote me, and then we go from there. Now, what do you say to people who say they aren't ready to partner?
You are ready to partner. If you have a business at all, then you need to be ready to partner. And if you don't feel you're ready to partner, then you're not serious about growing your business, I would say. And so I just feel like and there are people who are introverts and they feel uncomfortable meeting other people. So you have to meet people who you feel comfortable. You don't have to partner with anybody you don't want to partner with. And so you approach people, and you could approach people by, the people who you're on, whose list you're on. And these are maybe your competitors even. And you like what they have. And you might start, one of my little tricks about how to get some of these people to notice you is to do what you're doing right now, which is to interview people. And so you say, I love your stuff. Could I interview you? And it doesn't even have to be an official podcast. It can just be on your blog or Facebook Live or whatever you're doing. And you promote that. And that starts the relationship with the person. You've done something for them. You promote that interview. And then they're likely to want to promote you back. You can talk about further promotions.
Yeah, I like the fact that you touched on an objection that I hear a lot, and that is, I don't want to deal with people that I don't like. And the answer is, you don't have to deal with people you don't like. You only deal and promote the people that you like, the person and what they offer. Right. Obviously, if you don't like them, you're not going to promote them. Yeah. So if you talk to us, and it starts with, and like you said, you have a conversation with someone, see if you connect with them, see if they share the same values, if they have the same audience, if you like them and their offer, then you would do. So we're not going to blindfoldedly promote something you don't know or you don't want or you don't support.
There's something else I want to say about that too. Some people feel uncomfortable about promoting in general, and you have to understand that you cannot provide everything for everybody on your list. Yep. And so it's a service to your subscribers to find other resources for them. And that's what you're doing when you're doing a freebie swap, for example. So you're not going to promote something that says exactly the same thing as your freebie, but something that provides extra value. It's like, giving a link to a website. Here's a wonderful website, has wonderful information on it, but you're doing it instead as a partnership, and you're doing this freebie swap. And you just have to realize that there are always going to be people who either will never buy from you or aren't ready yet. They're in a different part of their journey, whatever it is. And so it's valuable to your audience to promote other people.
Fantastic. So they're getting more value. What do you say to people who have this resistance around sending emails to the list or promoting an offer to the list? How do you overcome that fear or resistance or objection?
So a couple of things. I recently spoke with a client who hadn't emailed her list in 2 years. So to some extent, to a large extent, if you're not emailing your list regularly, you don't have a business. And so, I just really want to be kind of a little harsh about that and to say that that's part of what you do. And so there are various reasons why people don't want to email their list. Number one, I see people who just make a big deal out of every email. It's like takes them hours to send out an email. So it shouldn't. Send out just short little emails.
How long does it take you?
It takes me about 15 to 30 minutes to send
That's
out
it?
an email. Yeah.
So you just type it out, take a look at it, press send, done.
Well, so I'm sending out emails every day, and
Every day.
I am. And there are email and some piece of that email is almost always the same as yesterday. So I clone yesterday's email and then make changes in it.
Really?
So I mean that's examples. You see the book behind me. So it's at the end started 800 pages, ended up 1,200 pages, and that program that it's on, AutoCAD, updates every year. So I had to do it every year. So you would think like an 800 or 1,200 page book every year is like crazy, but I'm only updating the changes in the book. And so while the first one took me 10 months to write, after that, it only took me 3 months, even still, that's a long time. But it's the same concept. You're only, making the changes. And so it doesn't take that long. So that's one thing. Don't make a big project out of it. The second objection I hear is that people say, I don't want to be always promoting. Mm-hmm. And so the solution for that, from my point of view, is to blog. And if you have to use PLR, private label rights content, because it's going to take you forever to write it, then do that and edit it and customize it and personalize it. But you should have something that's just information for people as well. And so periodically, if you have a blog, then you're giving them information and you're not promoting. So that gives you freedom to also promote at other times in between or in the same newsletter if you want to. I kind of put everything together in one newsletter. And so people signed up for you because they want to hear from you. And if they're not hearing from you, and I'm sure everyone who's listening has had the experience where you signed up for something and then a month later you got something from that person and you went, who's that? I don't know who that is. How did I get on that person's list? So you unsubscribe or you mark it as spam. And so that's what people do when they don't hear from you. So if you have a business, you need to be finding a way to email people regularly, make it short, put in, mix in information with offers. And if you're not making offers, you don't have a business.
I love it. So I love the fact that you're like emailing your list every day. And I hear the same objection. I hear objections about people when I say you must email your list at least once a month, like the absolute minimum, right? And then
it depends. I was just going to say it depends on your audience. So I have another audience that's a corporate audience. I would never email them every day. They would not be happy about that. So it depends on your audience.
Yeah. And the other thing that I personally say is if people join your list, they want to hear from you.
Yeah.
If someone gets bothered by hearing from you, they should not be on your list.
Right.
If they opted in and you send them an email to provide value, to educate them, to send them an offer that may help them, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you emailed me, Mustafa. Then my response is, please click on the unsubscribe so I don't bother you anymore. Because guess what? When you opt into my list, chances are you're going to hear from me.
So there are some things you can do to help reduce. So number one, don't obsess over unsubscribes. I do have some clients who every day they look in their email program and say how many people unsubscribed for each email. Just don't even look at it. Just stop looking at that. So that's number one. But number two is your autoresponders. So when somebody signs up, you should have a series of autoresponders that introduces them to you so that they know who you are, so they understand where you came from, who you serve, what you can offer people. You can make an offer or offer some additional things that they didn't even think they were going to get, whatever it is. And when you do that, then you kind of nurture them a little bit. You get them to know you and they're less likely to unsubscribe. So you should definitely use the autoresponders are the most opened emails you will ever send. So if you're getting 10% open on your broadcast, you'll get 50% on your first autoresponder because they want to get the link to where you signed up. So use those well.
Fantastic. Now that we have kind of addressed that objection, because to do all these partnerships, you need to promote. And if you have objections against promoting, then the partnership thing is not probably going to work. Now that we have answered that objection, let's talk about the 5 ways that you can grow your business through partnerships.
Okay.
What is it? What is the first one?
So the first one I already mentioned, that's promoting a freebie swap. So you have a free offer, you get together with somebody and you say, I love your freebie. If you don't know them very well, maybe interview them to create a relationship. And, you should, by the way, you might have to contact 5 people before you get one good partner. That's okay. They don't always work out. But promoting a freebie, cross-promoting a freebie can bring you an amazing number of subscribers, especially if you do it regularly, and it can just grow your list. And of course, you're doing that back to somebody else. And so it's just really simple. There's no downside to it or anything like that.
Good.
And that's
All
it.
right. So
there's nothing else to say about that one. It's really easy.
So the first one is the freebie swap. What is the second one?
The second one is writing a guest blog post. And if you're an expert, and my target market is experts, one of the things that you need to do is show your expertise. You get the authority by writing about what you do, or speaking about what you do. We'll talk about speaking in a minute, but writing about what you do. And you should be blogging on your own blog in order to develop that, your thought leadership, you're showing your opinions and, your knowledge about an area. But writing a guest blog post introduces you to that person's audience. And so then that person promotes that blog post on their blog to their audience. And then often this is also a swap. You might accept a guest on your blog as well, which is also nice. And so it's a little bit less direct than doing email. When you do email, you say, I have this great free offer from somebody, click here and get it. It's really direct. With a guest blog post, you can say, I have this guest who did a really great blog post on my blog, and I want you to go read it and comment on it. And she has a free offer for you, and go pick it up, and vice versa. So the people have to read a little bit, but it nurtures people. It gives you this opportunity to show them what you know, and so they get to get a little impressed with what you know, and maybe more likely to actually sign up for. So that's the second one.
All right. So the second one was writing a guest blog post.
Yep.
How do you go about finding opportunities to do a blog swap, or how do you go about that?
So again, it's this process of finding other, always being aware of other people around you who are in your field who are open to partnering. I can talk a little bit later about ways to find people in general, to find partners, because I think it's a general thing, not specific to that. Certainly, if you notice a blog of somebody that you think, you go look, you see if they take any guests at all. Not everybody does. And then you can approach them. And again, you can approach it. I guess I would not. I mean, there is a way of doing this for like really and so on like that. You used to be able to blog on Huffington Post or something like that. But in most cases, you want to create a relationship and meet with the person and suggest a swap of guest blog posts.
Got it. All right. So what's the third way?
The third way is doing what we're doing right now, speaking on a podcast, a webinar, or a web summit. In this case, it's a Facebook and LinkedIn Live, but whatever it is speaking. And it's kind of similar to a guest blog post. You're speaking, and at the end, you have the opportunity to give your free offer. So let me just go back to that guest blog post, is that they will let you put a link to your free offer there so people can sign up, so you can grow your list. And from your list, you have your autoresponders, and then you make offers, and that's how it grows your business. I just want to put that all into context of how this grows your business.
Yeah.
And the same is true on a podcast. So you'll be able to give them a link, usually to a free offer or a webinar or something, whatever you want to be signing people up for. And again, just like writing a guest blog posts, speaking gives you the opportunity to show your expertise and for people to say, this is really interesting to me. So you just posted up that link there.
Yep.
so we just, you and I are in this group together, mastermind group together. We recently heard about this example of someone who spoke on a podcast about how he was consulting with businesses to help them. I don't even remember what it was, but he spoke on the podcast, and like the next day he got an email from somebody who was interested, and like within a week he had like a $60,000 contract to do consulting for this business. And it was just like, whoa. So that can be very lucrative, that this whole thing of being able to speak about your expertise is really powerful.
Absolutely. All right. So first, third one was speaking on someone else's stage.
Exactly.
Of various kinds. What's the fourth way to find a partner and partner?
So the fourth way is the way that most people think of JV partnering, which is doing affiliate marketing. Uh-huh. So I'm in the process now of promoting somebody who teaches a program on how to create online courses, and he is to some extent a direct competitor of mine, and yet I'm still promoting him. And I do want to say that you can sometimes, not always, but sometimes promote people who are your competitors. And by doing that, I know, because I made that as a condition when we spoke, he's going to promote me back. And this is somebody who has a list of 50,000 people. It's a big opportunity for me, and so it's a really valuable thing for me to do that. And plus, maybe I'll make some commissions as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's almost like a secondary thing. Now, there are people who do affiliate marketing. That's a big part of their business. I have a colleague who makes $400,000 a year on affiliate marketing, and that's not like even the major part of her business. That's like less than half of her business. And so, you can do it obviously also for the money. So with an affiliate marketing, you do need some tech in place. So when you were asking before, when am I ready to partner? You need the software. Most shopping carts have it. There are WordPress plugins. There are like online platforms that have it in there. So usually it's not a really difficult thing. But you have to, have that in place and either know how to give a person their affiliate link or, tell them how to get it. And then that person uses the affiliate link to promote whatever you have, and vice versa. Usually then the person promotes you back, at least if they did well. And so I will say that when you promote somebody as an affiliate, you want to promote them. It's like do unto others as just have others do unto you. You promote them as you would like them to promote you.
Yeah.
And I've used this many times to really good effect, to creating these long-term permanent relationships. And people know I can get them fairly large numbers of people, and they appreciate, because I really worked it. I hustled for them, and so then they hustle for me.
Love it. So the fourth way was affiliate marketing and partnering with someone and promoting their offer. What's the fifth way to partner?
having them promote your offer as well as an affiliate.
All right, so I think that's an important piece there, where you're cross promoting, and then you do a swap.
So affiliate marketing, there's a commission. So I'm not sure to me, the word swap means for free. You're just agreeing, and you can do that. So I can promote your product and say, I'm not going to get commissions. And you could promote my product and not going to get commissions. And I've actually been doing that with some people for a new product that I have, where I don't have a conversion rate yet because it's so new. And so I'm promoting them and they're promoting me. But with affiliates, I'll promote this person and get commissions. And then afterwards, that person will promote me. So it's not necessarily a swap, but usually people reciprocate. Is what I would say.
So there's some reciprocation. It's not a one-way relationship.
Right.
Okay. Because the thing, like personally for me, I really don't care about the commission. I do not. Personally, I care about the fact that we are promoting each other. If we feel that it's a good fit. Now, what's the fifth way?
The fifth way is giveaways and bundles. And I know you like giveaways. You do a giveaway periodically. And a bundle is just a giveaway that's not free. So it's the exact same structure, except instead of it all being for free, people have to pay a certain amount to get in, and then everything's for free. It's like what I call the Disneyland model. You pay one fee up front, and then all the rides are free inside. So that's what a bundle is. But in a giveaway, you have contributors who are your partners. So they are all promoting your giveaway, and all of those people who come in go to you. So the big benefit is to organize your own giveaway. That's like really where the big benefit is. But the contributors also get a benefit because when people come in, they can choose your gift, their gift, and they'll get some people onto their list from offering that as well. And there are many kind of different permutations of giveaways. Different, everybody has their own way of doing it. Some giveaways there's a charge to the contributors, and some there isn't, and so on like that. But it's definitely a partnership, and everybody works together to, the more people promote, the more people come to the giveaway as a whole, and then the more everybody benefits.
Fantastic. So now that we covered the 5 ways, tell us about your gift, Ellen, and what people are going to get out of it.
Yeah, so my gift is basically much more detail about the 5 ways to multiply your business with partnering. So I talk about the 5 methods, and I talk about, how to approach people, how to approach partners, how to find your ideal partner, how to approach it. And then I go into each one of them in detail and, exactly what to do for each type of those partnering. I go into some advanced topics, which one of them is promoting a freebie as an affiliate. So that's what you're doing now with that link there, is that I have it set up in my shopping cart as a product. So it has an affiliate commission, but even though it's free. So, sometimes you have to do a little manipulation to get that to work. And the next thing is using tracking links and counting clicks. So, for example, when I partner with somebody like a freebie, I always use a redirect. And Pretty Links is the most common one. I happen to have a private one, but it does the same thing as Pretty Links, which is a WordPress plugin. And I need to know, so I don't use the affiliate link. I use that redirect, which goes to the affiliate link, but then my Pretty Links or whatever you're using keeps track of the clicks. And so I can say to that person, I got you 200 clicks. Can you get me 200 clicks? It's just a way of putting some subtle pressure on the person to do as good a job, because they might not know. So for example, maybe the conversion rate is only 50%. So maybe they only got 100 new people. So they don't really know how many people I sent them, how hard I worked for it. So it's really, really important for you to track your results, what you get for other people and what other people get for you.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing.
For sure. So again, if you want to get access to Ellen's 5 ways to multiply your business partnering, and she's giving way more detail and more advanced information in that download, click on the link that I just posted as comments, and it is in the descriptions of the show. Ellen really knows her stuff. Like she's an expert on this topic. So go out there and download and get access to this.
Thank you.
Ellen, you touched on a very important point, and that is promoting your direct competitor. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us more about how you overcome the resistance and the objection of, I'm not going to promote my direct competitor. I'm not going to send business their way. I want all the business to myself, and I'm not going to give it to no one else. How do you overcome that?
So different people have different styles. So some people might buy from my competitor who won't buy from me, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. So I have found that pretty much all the successful people promote their competitors, and they just don't worry about it. There's a lot. Basically, you're sharing your list with people, and there's a lot of overlap. We sometimes call it subscriber incest. Because they're all brothers and sisters of everybody. We all have lots of people in common. And people not only have slightly different approaches, they have different personalities and so on like that. And so I just, it depends what you're doing. Obviously, if you're a one-on-one coach type of person, losing a person to your competitor can be a lot of money, and you might not get another person. But if you're doing something like an online course or an online product that's easy for you to deliver, it's pretty much self-study kind of thing. I just think that you get more benefit from it. So the ideal situation is that they're serving the same target market but doing something different. They're not your direct competitor, but I just don't think that you should shy. So this example I was telling you of this person that I'm promoting, who's my direct competitor, the reason I'm doing so well for him is because we have the same target market. My target market is the exact group of people that he wants. And so that's why it works so well. And then the fact that he can now promote me, he has the same target market I want. And not everybody who gets on his list buy from him either.
Right.
And so I just benefit.
Absolutely. So the way I look at it is, let's say you have 10,000 people on your list or 1,000 people on your list. Chances are 9,950 of those people are not doing business with you.
Right.
And chances are a good portion of that list will never do business with you. But there's also a chance that they may do business with someone else because it's a better fit. And you can never understand why they don't do business with you and they do business with them. Like, you could be offering the exact same thing, the exact same script, the exact same model. They don't buy from you, but for some weird reason, they swipe their credit card on someone else's product. And here's the kicker. You might as well make some money on that.
Yeah, you might as well.
Especially
if it's an affiliate, especially if you're making commissions, you might as well make some money on it. And I think your list appreciates the fact that you are giving them a resource that that is relevant to them, even if they know that you also offer that. And they sometimes they even might. So I will tell you something. This is kind of an interesting thing. If you go promote somebody else and they don't buy from that person, they might come back and buy from you, because then they see the difference, and they kind of trust you a little bit more because they've been on your list for a while, and they go, oh, that person's charging $2,000 for a course. It never occurred to me that I would ever pay $2,000 for you, but you know what? Okay, maybe I'm willing to do that now that I see other people are charging $2,000 for that product. So, or whatever it is, it's not necessarily just the price, but whatever it is, people then kind of come back to you a little bit more likely to buy.
Fantastic. Now, why isn't affiliate marketing enough?
Why isn't affiliate marketing enough?
So what else do you need to do?
So first of all, the whole thing of growing your list is so important that you want to be swapping freebies. And that's not really, I mean, in a sense, it's affiliate marketing. So if you have a back end to your freebie, which this product does, for example, I have a course on a similar topic, and it will end up there, and you would end up getting a commission if people buy. So that there is some connection to affiliate marketing, but it's not direct. But you need to be working on growing your list just for the sake of growing your list. Your list of to your business. And by the way, not only so that they buy from you, but so that you have a big enough list that other people want to partner with you. So, I'm sure everybody has felt this thing of like, I only have so many people on my list. I wish I had a bigger list. I see all the big people with big lists and they partner with each other. And so grow your list. That's the thing. And so all of these things, the first things I said, which was freebie swaps and speaking on podcasts and guest blog posts, all of those things are ways to grow, and giveaways, being a contributor to a giveaway. These are all ways to grow your list. And that's the foundation of your business. So with a strong foundation comes a strong building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess this is one example where the size of your list is directly proportionate to the size of your bank account, given that you build a good list.
Yeah, I mean, also, you have to have good offers. I like to say one of my principles that there are three things you need for successful business, and one of them is an audience, one of them is a relationship with your audience, and the third thing is an offer that's relevant to your audience. So you need all three, but yes, it's very relevant.
You got it. What's your favorite way to grow your list quickly?
Organize a giveaway.
And so you do that yourself as well?
Yeah, I've done three of them. And the first two, I almost got 1,000 people in 2 weeks added to my list, which is just phenomenal. The last one was kind of funny because I was doing it as part of a workshop teaching other people how to create a giveaway. And so I was trying to help them grow their list more than I was helping to grow my list. And my list was bigger than everybody else's. So I promoted it a lot to my own list, which is not a good thing to do when you're doing a giveaway, because you're not trying to promote it to your own people. You're trying to get other people on. But even then I got, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 people in the space of a week. I also made it shorter onto my list from those other contributors who were in the course. And so you have to herd cats to get contributors. I'm sure you know that by your own experience.
I'm dealing with that right now.
Yes, you are. And you have to be willing to reach out to people and tell them what the offer is. You are extraordinarily organized the way you do it. It's almost, and oh my God, he has so many things here that I have to do, and it's so organized, and this is where I go to find this information. So it's amazing what you do. I don't do anything as sophisticated as that, but you do. But you do have to get the people, and you have to realize that not every. So there are four kinds of. This is true of any partnership, okay? So you ask people. So some people say yes, and they do what you ask them to do. They say yes and they do it. Wow, okay. Some people say no. Great, right away that they're not going to do it. So the problem people are the people who say yes and don't do it, and then the people who just don't answer you, because then you have to keep on asking them over and over again. So there is that herding cats type of thing. But other than that, the actual structure. So this is something people don't realize. It's just like any free offer. So a giveaway, a free offer, you have an opt-in page and a thank you page and an autoresponder, a delivery page. That's how I structure it. And the delivery page is the link to your free offer. So on a giveaway, the delivery page is just the links to all of the free offers that all of those giveaways do. It's this exact same thing. It's not any more, doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. And so it's not hard. The technology is not hard if you have a free offer. There's a little bit of organization, and during the 2 weeks, you have to keep on encouraging the contributors to promote. But right. It's 1,000 people in 2 weeks added to your list. Wow.
Yeah. And if you bring in quality people, then you create a quality list. And like you said, it's a tough job to find contributors, to organize the whole thing and put it together. It's a bit of work, but it's worth it to me personally, because like you said, if you grow your list with the work and in our business, having a good list and the size of the list does matter. So good. So where can people find out more about you?
Well, in general, go to changetheworldmarketing.com. And everything that you need is there. I have a page, an item on my website called Freebies. I think this is one of them, but I'd rather have them pick it up from you. But I have other free things there as well. 100 blog posts. So I have a lot of free information there for people who want to. For experts who want to turn their knowledge into a successful product, a profitable product or course. I'm really focusing on people doing this online. I've been online since 1999. That was when I created my first website. Just go there and join the tribe, so to speak.
Beauty. So again, the link is in the comments and in the description of the show and the podcast. So to get access to Ellen's gift, click on the link, or it was changetheworldmarketing.com.
Yes, changetheworldmarketing.com.
Beautiful.
Because I like to serve people who have knowledge that can change the world. So,
Fantastic. Now, since you're an author, let me ask you a couple of questions.
yeah. My latest 2 books. Wait.
What are?
Here's one. The background is kind of being, but anyway, that's one. Authors, because experts either write or they speak. So they,
Right.
you take your, and both of these were written with Connie Reagan Green, co-authored with her. Yep.
Fantastic. What are 2 or 3 books that have made a massive impact in your life or business?
So one of them is this one. I have it right here. It's by Tom Poland, and this is not working too well. It's called Inbound Marketing Book. It's the funniest name for a book, but he said he did some keyword research, and he said people were searching for inbound marketing book, so he put the word book on the title of the book. It's called book. But anyway, it's a really comprehensive system of using webinars to bring in clients.
Yeah.
And by the way, partnering is a big part of it. So he uses partners to do that. Tom
has been on the show, so yeah, and
Okay.
he's got a great book and a great system.
Right. I just recently read this online courses by Danny, and he has other books as well. It's such a sweet book because it's done as a fiction book, but he does all the principles of creating an online course, but in fiction format. So it's very charming, yet very informative as well. So there are others, but I would say those are the 2 I'm going to mention.
Fantastic. Beauty. Now, if you had a Facebook ad or a Google ad where every person on the internet could see your ad, what would be your message for the people?
So it would be something like, experts, turn your knowledge into profitable online products or courses. That would be the heading. And it might be a picture of like a happy person on a beach with an iPad or like a laptop, typing. So they're like typing into it, they're working, but in a way that brings them more freedom, because you're creating things that can be sold without your one-to-one attention. Self-study courses, for example, or so something like that.
Fantastic. What's one advice that made a massive difference for you in your life or business?
I actually think from Tom Poland's book, it was this idea of swapping, partnership swaps for promoting webinars, because I had always thought of them as having to be done in terms of affiliate marketing, and yet you can do this swapping. So I've just found since then a lot of people who like to do it like that. They like to promote each other's webinars, and kind of sometimes over and over again. And these are people who have pretty big lists, 10,000, 20,000 and up. And every time they promote you, you can get a couple of hundred people on your list who signed up, and you can promote them back. And so it's a kind of ongoing process. And then when you partner with somebody, asking them, who else do you know? Who else can I, would be a good partner? That kind of thing.
Fantastic. Love it. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
My 20-year-old self. Don't major in history.
All right. Tell me more.
Well, I majored in history and I minored in math, which was a kind of, I have this funny left-right brain thing, like sort of a combination of holistic and technical together. So just, for example, the book that I wrote, that one on the top on AutoCAD, which is a $4,000 drafting program, and PowerPoint, there's also some technical aspects of it. So there was the writing aspect of it, but then there was also the technical. So I've kind of combined them. And so majoring in history and minoring in math is a good weird example of that. But, the history, the only thing I learned from history is, a couple of funny stories or interesting stories. This wasn't worth
So
it.
what would you have majored in if you had to start all over again?
At that point, I wasn't interested in business, so I don't think I would have at that point. But I think I might have majored in something like communication or something like that, or public speaking, or writing. That kind of a communication thing, because that's really been, a thread throughout my whole life. Definitely.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Anything else that you want to talk about or share that we haven't talked about yet?
So I'd like this to make an offer that anybody who gets that free offer, that you just put the link up there, that I'm willing to answer any of your questions about it. So send me an email. When you sign up, you'll get an email from me. Read through it in detail. And then if you have any questions about it, ask me and I will respond. I'm willing to respond to you, to help you partner, because it's really important for your business. That's all.
Ellen Degeneres.
I never thought of her name like that. That's so funny.
So Ellen knows her stuff. Obviously, she's an expert in this whole area of marketing, list building, affiliate marketing, building your opt-in pages and the rest of it, and the funnel. So do download her gift called 5 Ways to Multiply Your Business with Partnering, which is a more detailed download on what we just talked about today. And do reach out, ask questions, and if she offers anything, just go for it, because she knows her stuff, right?
And I just want to say that, and part of it is that the thing that I really focus on, that I'm an expert on, is getting to the point where you actually create your product or create your course, and how to create it, how to plan for it, how to market it, how to organize it. That book up on the top has like a 30-page table of contents. I really learned how to organize content, so I can help people with that whole process. That's where I feel my expertise is.
I know you can tell people with a ton of stuff. So gang, go reach out to Ellen Finkelstein, and she has lots to offer, and she can help you with a lot of stuff. Now, thank you, Ellen. This was an amazing conversation. I really appreciate you and your expertise, and I do look forward to working with you and partnering with you for years to come, and see what will transpire.
Okay. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Likewise. Now, so for those of you who are watching, if you have any questions, comments, feedback about what we talked about, pop in the comments below or in the chat box, and we'll get back to you. And as usual, if you like, subscribe, and ask questions or tag friends, subscribe to our channel on whichever social media platform, or Apple or Spotify or Google Podcast, you will get entered into the draw. Also, if you write a review about your experience in listening to this episode or other episodes, you also enter your name into the draw as well. Now, again, just to remind you that the confidence giveaway is also coming up. If you'd like to download a bunch of amazing gifts to boost your confidence when it comes to running your business, it is coming up during the week of May 31st to June 6th. We already have amazing lineup of heart-centered entrepreneurs who are sharing gifts to help you boost your confidence. And we have a few spots left if you want to be a contributor. And just like Ellen talked about, build your list. And we have worked in an amazing community building aspect into the giveaway, where you get to hang out with contributors like Ellen and other great people, and get to know them and maybe partner with them moving forward. Okay, so there's a lot of value there. And the link is, let me just put the link here in the chat box again. It is dailyconfidence.show //join, and you can get the information there. Thank you for joining me. Thank you again, Ellen. Great to have you. Looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. Have yourself a great day. Take care of yourself, and stay confident. And we'll see you in our next episode. Bye now.
Bye-bye, everyone.